All right, so we have my dear friend Hilary Jackendoff with us. She is an LA-based meditation teacher, and she's one of my primary teachers, actually. She did my teacher training at the Den Meditation in Los Angeles. And her specialty is Yoga Nidra, or yogic sleep. And she trained at an ashram for how many years were you at the ashram?
2 years.
For 2 years.
2 years.
And her aim is to demystify ancient wisdom and spirituality, to make it accessible, pragmatic, and fun. What she says is spirituality doesn't have to be so serious. And if anyone knows Hilary and her gorgeous laugh and just her sweetness, knows that she presents really rich and deep meditations in such a sweet and playful way. And I'm just so honored to be one of her students and to have her here today. So thank you for being here, Hilary.
Sharon, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to share.
Yeah. So I would love to hear more about your ashram experience.
Sure, yeah. So I lived at an ashram for 2 years. I came to the tradition of yoga and meditation. I came to those practices when I was in my early 20s. And it's a really good thing that I did, because I had been navigating pretty severe anxiety, as well as insomnia for many years, and also really was struggling to find my place in the world and to kind of find my path, and had a lot of confusion and fear around that. So living at the ashram gave me the chance to dive really deep into a wide range of really powerful tantric yogic meditation practices, different mantras, and Yoga Nidra, of course. And it also gave me the chance to dive into the teachings, to dive into the wisdom teachings, and start to really apply them to my life and to myself, because you don't really get too much sort of sympathy at the ashram, or empathy. It's pretty hardcore, and you're kind of left to your own devices. You're given the practices. There's, a daily schedule of work, of karma yoga and practice. But beyond kind of the container that is the ashram, you're not really, there's no coddling. There's no like emotional support. The practices are your emotional support, and you are your own emotional support. So I really learned at the ashram how to hold space for myself through uncertainty, through fear, and learn to use these different practices, these different tools, as ways to move through that discomfort of uncertainty and that kind of ever-present feeling of anxiety that I was moving through.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And where was the location of this ashram?
It was in Australia. So I spent a little bit of time at the ashrams in India the previous year, but the bulk of my training was in Australia.
It was Shivananda training, right?
It was Satyananda. So a disciple of Swami Shivananda was Swami Satyananda, and his kind of particular system of yoga is called either Satyananda Yoga or the Bihar School of Yoga. And it's an integral system of practice, so including all of the branches of the quote unquote yoga tree.
Beautiful, amazing, yeah. Love it. So tell us more about specifically Yoga Nidra. I think that is the practice that you learned at this ashram that spoke the most to you. And how did that influence and improve your sleep?
Well, so Yoga Nidra is this incredible meditation technique, and it goes far beyond just a technique. It's a really high spiritual practice, actually. But in terms of the technique, it 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 effortlessly guides you to this embodied state of letting go. It grants you access to understanding what it feels like to release the layers of identification, kind of moving beyond everything that you think you are. Like, we become really identified with our story, with our likes, our dislikes, our opinions, our beliefs, our fears, our thoughts, our emotions. And Yoga Nidra sort of allows us to move beyond all of that in a really beautiful, effortless way. And when we learn how to rest in this space, and when we know it intimately through the practice, it transforms the way we live. It just transforms the way we interact with ourselves, with others, with life. It allows for such an incredible sense of ease that happens naturally and spontaneously simply by practicing Yoga Nidra regularly. This effortless transformation occurs, which whenever I say any of these things, I know that I sound like a snake oil salesman, because it's so many incredible claims, and it's like, and you do nothing, and it's so easy, and it's
And you
effortless,
lay down and
and
fall
you lay
asleep.
down and everything changes. But it's actually exactly like that. At least that's been my experience. So it's, for me, it has allowed me to find ease and peace, even in the midst of uncertainty, confusion, discomfort, and fear. And it's allowed me to know what it feels like to feel at home in myself and to trust in the unfolding.
Mm. Trust in the unfolding.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big one. It's like a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear, and a lot of sleepless nights come from trying to exert control on, in relation to your life and your circumstance. And there's so much power in letting go.
Mm. How is it that you feel more powerful when you let go of control?
There's space.
Mm-hmm.
There's space for the unfolding of yourself and your life. When you're gripping onto how you think that it should be and how you think things should flow, there's not any space for things to flow.
It's almost like if your life is a river, you're like creating these little dams, and then it can't just flow naturally.
Yeah. Oh, such a good metaphor. You're like, I want to flow it over here.
Right,
I
right.
want to do it over this way. And that's not maybe the way you're meant to flow.
Just get stuck.
Yeah. So it just creates a beautiful space where transformation and healing can occur, and where you learn to trust that transformation and that healing is unfolding perfectly.
Mm.
It's a game changer for sleep on a very simple, practical level. It is absolutely transformative. A lot of people, including myself, struggle with falling asleep at night.
Yeah.
And many more struggle with accessing deep sleep, accessing delta brainwave sleep, immune boosting sleep effectively. And Yoga Nidra, it can be used as a sleep meditation, but even I personally practice midday, like in like an hour or so, I'll have a little lie down. But no matter what time of day you practice, it will be an incredibly transformative practice for your sleep. Sort of training your brain actually to access deeper theta and also delta brainwaves. So if you've ever woken up in the morning and not felt rested, it's likely because you didn't access delta, or you didn't get enough delta sleep. And Yoga Nidra helps with that enormously. And it also helps you know that it's safe to let go, because sleep is a letting go. And so many times, so many nights, we're entering into the evening, entering into sleep, holding on to the day and holding on to, our to-dos and our worries. And we don't know how to let go of the day. And Yoga Nidra shows us what it's like to truly let go so that we can really deeply rest.
Mm. So now I'm asking for a friend. No, I'm asking for me. So a lot of times I lay in bed and my mind is just going. I'm not necessarily worrying about anything, but it's just like playing out something from the day, or kind of rehashing a conversation, or I don't know, just the imagination is going. What tips do you have for my friend who does that?
Well, Sharon,
I sleep in Delta every night.
I could give you so many tips, but I'm going to curb my enthusiasm. So in terms of simple tips to shift you out of your thinking mind,
yeah.
Simple practices like progressive muscle relaxation, just tensing and releasing different body parts, can really effectively ground you in your body and help you release tension from your body. And whenever we explore practices that sort of occupy our attention, so to speak, and connect us in a deeper way to our body, we shift attention from our thinking mind. So oftentimes that ruminating mind can be helped or alleviated through a simple practice like progressive muscle relaxation, or a breathing technique, a specific breathing technique. I usually recommend my students practice a technique called Brahmari pranayama, the humming bee breath. And it's kind of silly. It's like, it seems silly. You just hum on your exhale. So you block your ears, inhale through the nose, and then you go like this. And your exhale naturally extends, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, and the humming sound serves to kind of create a pattern interrupt in your thinking mind. It's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to try that. Oh, I'm going to tell my friend about that. For tonight. I feel like us going like this humming should be like the marketing video, like come watch Summit.
I don't know that I agree. Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you. That's a great tip. So you can just do that humming thing just while you're laying in bed, or should you sit up?
You can do either. You can practice from lying down or from seated, and you can do it. I recommend it for my clients navigating anxiety all the time, because it's so quick. 3 breaths, you shift. 5 breaths, even better. 10 breaths, you're going to be melting. Like, it's so easy, and you can do it stealth mode without closing your eyes, without blocking your ears. Back when I used to drive, if anybody had like a hidden camera in my car on the 101 in traffic, I would have been practicing Brahmari quite a bit.
So just on the exhale,
just inhaling through the nose. Yeah, exactly. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling as a hum.
I like it. It kind of like massages my brain a little bit.
Totally. It's on like an esoteric level. It's said to be very activating for the third eye.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fun time.
I like
So
all of it. Are you ready for the practice? Is there anything else you'd like to add before we practice?
I think I just wanted to share that, you know, these practices of meditation, these practices of releasing, of turning inward, they all help us to really just trust in the unfolding. And I just feel like that's such an important thing to share, because when we're trying to live from the thinking mind, it doesn't go very well. And when we're trying to think our way into our life plan or whatever it might be, or think our way into our next step, we can't access intuition. We can't actually find the peace and the stillness and the silence where our true path can be revealed, and where we're granted this opportunity to actually live in alignment with our purpose and our potential. And we just don't get there through the mind. So these practices, Yoga Nidra for me has been transformative in relation to that, in relation to trusting in my path and trusting in the flow of life. It's helped me to rest, it's helped me to receive, and it's helped me to move beyond the mind.
So beautiful. Move beyond the anxious mind.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Really beautiful. Thank you, Hilary. Well, I am ready for some Yoga Nidra. Midday nap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could do it in your chair, but it would be more comfortable if you practice lying down. Yeah, so for those of you practicing with us right now, I'm just going to invite you to find a comfortable lying down position and make sure that you'll be warm enough. Put on some fuzzy socks. You'll want to, if you're practicing lying in bed, perfect. You might want to set an alarm. I have been known to put people to sleep. But if you're practicing lying on the floor, you'll probably want some support under your knees and some support under your head. Comfort is absolutely foundational. So be really, really high maintenance. You deserve it. And the practice is fully guided. We'll be practicing for about 20 minutes. So as we move into the practice, I want you to just take this really effortless attitude and trust in the unfolding. Give yourself permission to let go, and give yourself permission to rest and receive. That's what this is all about. So making yourself really comfortable. Make sure your phone's on Do Not Disturb. Do the things that you must do so that you can really enjoy this time and this practice. And once you've taken care of all of those preliminary details, and once you've found comfort, let yourself settle into stillness. And just take a few breaths here. Just allowing yourself to arrive, just allowing yourself to start to turn inwards and recognize that now is the time for practice. You might like to adjust your position. And if you're noticing that your nervous system is activated, if there's a presence of restlessness or agitation or maybe tension, Go ahead and take a few grounding, settling breaths. Breathing in through your nose, expanding abdomen, then chest. And breathing out through your nose, releasing chest, then abdomen. Slow, steady breath. And let go of this. And allow your body to find its own natural rhythm for breath. Trusting that your body is breathing perfectly, that you're receiving exactly as much oxygen as you need in each moment. Letting go of effort. And feel yourself beginning to soften. Feel yourself beginning to release. Begin to notice the different points of contact between your body and the surface supporting you. Scanning from your heels all the way up to the back of your head. Feeling into this plane of contact and sensing that with each moment that passes, it expands. As your muscles release all of the tension that they may be carrying, feel your body spreading over the floor, releasing fully. And turn your attention now to any sounds that you might be able to hear outside. And move your attention from sound to sound with full attention, all of the awareness on the sense of hearing. Keep listening, letting the sounds be received. No need to analyze or name. Just pure awareness of sound. And start to notice the sounds coming from within your own body. Can you hear the sound of your heartbeat? Can you hear the sound of your breath? Begin to follow your breath for a few moments, tracing its pathway in through your nostrils, down to the back of the throat, down into the lungs, sensing the spontaneous movement of the diaphragm. And trace the pathway out as well, the full length of the exhale. And feel that with each breath in, you're drawing in a sense of calmness and positivity. Each breath out, letting go of your fears, your worries. And 2 more breaths like this. And taking a moment now to set an intention. Perhaps this is an intention that you've been working with for some time. Or perhaps something new arises spontaneously. An intention for growth, for transformation. An intention that reminds you of your true nature, of your potential. Connect to this, feeling it in your body, speaking it in your mind. Preparing now to move attention through the body, a journey of consciousness. Different parts of the body will be named, and as each part is named, feel it. Allow it to soften as though from the inside, and mentally repeat its name. Beginning with the right hand thumb, feel it. Let it soften as though from within. Mentally repeat, right hand thumb. Index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Little finger. Palm of the hand. Back of the hand. Wrist. Lower arm. Elbow. Upper arm. Shoulder. Armpit. Side of chest. Waist. Hip. Thigh. Knee. Shin. Ankle. Sole. Top of the foot. Big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. The whole right side of the body. Attention to the left side. Awareness resting on the left hand thumb. Feel it. Let it soften. Name it. Index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Little finger. Palm of the hand. Back of the hand. Wrist. Lower arm. Elbow. Upper arm. Shoulder. Armpit. Side of chest. Waist. Hip. Thigh. knee, shin, ankle, sole, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, whole left side of the body, attention moving to the back. Just feel each part. Awareness of the heels, calf muscles, backs of thighs, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, temples, eyebrows, the eyebrow center, eyes, ears, cheeks, nose, lips, jaw, chin, throat, right side of chest, left side of chest, heart space, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, pelvis. Awareness of the entire right leg and foot, the entire left leg and foot, both legs and feet together, entire right arm and hand, entire left arm and hand, both arms and hands together, feeling into the torso, feeling into the neck, feeling into the head, neck, and torso all together, feeling into the entire body, all four limbs, torso, neck, and head, the entire body. And within the stillness of the body, start to sense and feel the movement of breath. Nothing to do, just feel the body breathing. As the natural breath flows, begin to count each breath as it passes by, counting backwards from the number 18, like so. Breathing in, 18. Breathing out, 18. Breathing in, 17. Breathing out, 17. Keep counting, starting again if the count is lost. Counting the breath backwards from 18. Let go of the count. Let go of the breath. Just feeling into whatever is arising. Resting deeply in what is. Reconnect to the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Remember it and mentally speak it to yourself with feeling, with faith. Reconnect to your breath, feeling your body breathing. Reconnect to the sounds outside, drawing them all in, drawing them close. Be aware of the external environment. Be aware of the sensations present in your body, the touch of the air to your skin, and the touch of your clothes to your skin. Feel into the touch of your body to the surface beneath, sensing your weight, your dimensions, the space you occupy. Remember the room around you. Remember where you are and what you've been doing. And begin to gradually deepen your breath, breathing intentionally with presence. Adding depth to the breath, expanding your inhale, extending your exhale. Activating your body and mind through your deepening breath. Know that the practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Start to introduce gentle movements when you're ready. No hurry. Take your time. Make larger movements as you feel to. Maybe stretching your arms overhead, squeezing your knees into your chest, taking a gentle twist. Do what feels right for you. And when you're ready, roll over onto your right side and take a beat here. Take a few breaths, notice anything that shifted through this practice of sacred rest, through this practice of letting go, through this practice of coming home to yourself. As you feel ready, make your way back up to seated, pausing in this moment of returning. Taking perhaps a few more breaths before opening your eyes. If you're feeling like you need a little more grounding to fully return to your body, just gently massage your shoulders, your neck, maybe your jaw, your temples. You might like to rest your hands over your heart, promoting the release of oxytocin and connecting to that sensation. And when you're ready, gently blinking your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for taking the time for rest. This practice is such a gift to give to yourself. I can't share enough about it. I can't share enough of its benefits. It's incredible. And I really hope that you will continue to explore it. It's life-changing and easy.
And you get to lay down while you're doing it.
And you get to lay down. We all need that.
You're the master of Yoga Nidra. I just went so deep. That was incredible. Gosh.
My pleasure. It's such a gift to be able to give to people. My mission is to share it with the entire world. And that's pretty much, Yoga Nidra led me to my life's purpose of sharing Yoga Nidra.
Right, exactly. Isn't that amazing? It's your journey.
Yeah.
It helped you with your anxiety, and now you're sharing it to help others with it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful practice.
I feel like a puddle.
Me too. I'm a little puddly myself.
It feels like an internal massage.
Mm-hmm.
Massaging my arm and my finger.
Yeah. I had someone say that to me the other day, actually, and I've often compared it to to the feeling you have after a massage, but during a massage, someone like myself with a very sensitive nervous system, it's like, where are they going to touch me?
Right. So it's actually more relaxing than massage.
So much more relaxing for me.
Yeah.
Because their sensory stimulation is withdrawn, and it's such a powerful practice to move you beyond the senses really, really quickly. And when we move beyond the senses, we can actually experience true rest and true relaxation. Netflix and a bottle of wine is very fun, but it's very stimulating for the mind and for the senses, and
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's drawing from the senses.
Yeah, pratyahara it's called.
Yes. Incredible. Oh, there's so much I could say about it too, but I'm just not so sleepy.
It can take, sometimes people return and depending on how rested they are, or depending on how familiar they are with really knowing an embodied experience of relaxation, how good they are at relaxing, so to speak. Sometimes people come back and they actually articulate that they feel tired after, but what they're actually sort of mislabeling as tired is actually real relaxation. Yes. Or the practice helps them to realize that actually they're not rested and they need to rest more. So it's this very interesting, it's very revealing. It provides us with a lot of messages.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I went to a deep place and I could have gone deeper. Like I could have taken, a couple hour nap here.
Yeah, it was a short one too. So that could have been, your body could have been like, give me a longer
I
one.
think that's what it was. Always more yoga nidra for me. Right. But if I carve out even like a 30-minute practice, that could serve as a nap, right?
Yeah.
Like a day nap.
And actually, I completely forgot to mention, and I mean, I talk about Yoga Nidra all day, every day. There's so many things that I have to say that I sometimes forget to say the most important ones, and we'll wrap it up. I just want to share this one thing.
Yeah.
For folks struggling with insomnia, Yoga Nidra can serve as a sleep supplement. It's not a sleep substitute. I don't want to create that narrative like a biohacking practice, but you go very deep very quickly. And within the context of a 20 to 40 minute practice, you're actually moving through multiple sleep cycles. So a sleep cycle is about an hour and a half typically. And in a 20 to 40 minute Yoga Nidra practice, you might move through 2 to 3 sleep cycles, traversing the brain waves. And by doing so, it can feel as though you slept for 2 to 4 hours in a 20 to 40 minute practice. It's not a guarantee. Depending on the level of anxiety present in your nervous system, depending on the level of sort of activation in your mind, determines how sort of deep you will go. But it's very possible that lying down for a 20 to 40 minute Yoga Nidra practice, you'll come out feeling as though you slept. You'll feel rested. So that actually was how it helped me navigate a very long period of severe insomnia. I practiced once or twice a day, every day, and it allowed me to function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting that deep rest in the middle of the day, and then you do it again at night before you fall asleep for the night.
No, I would do a practice. This was while I was at the ashram after a pretty serious trauma that I experienced in my life. And so I was at the ashram just shortly thereafter that experience. And I was practicing mid-morning on like a tea break, and I would go and like sneak off, and then I would go back mid-afternoon and have 2 daytime Yoga Nidra practices that allowed me to be a person.
Right. Kind of recalibrate.
Yeah.
Almost like charging your battery or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
That was an incredible practice. We really dropped in, and I'm just so grateful for your generosity. And
My pleasure.
yeah. And if you want to learn more about Hilary, she is at www.meditationchick.com, as well as Meditation Chick on Instagram. Is that right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'll put the links down here in the YouTube notes. And
Awesome.
offering a free gift, which is hugely generous. It's called 5 Days to Better Sleep. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So it's an ebook with my 10 favorite sleep tips. And then there's 5 deep relaxation meditations to help you unwind prior to sleep. And then there is a really, really powerful Yoga Nidra specifically for insomnia. So if those 5 little sleep relaxation meditations didn't do the trick, that Yoga Nidra works similarly to a sleeping pill.
I'm gonna tell my friend about this.
Yeah.
Meaning I'm gonna do it tonight. I can't wait. Oh, well, thank you, Hilary. Thank you so much for your time and your wisdom and your courage to share so vulnerably with us today. And again, we're all gonna sleep better because of you. So thank you so much.
My pleasure, Sharon. Thank you for having me and for creating this opportunity for people to share healing tools and support us through this challenging time.
We all need to sleep better during this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.